Okay, people. I've been working in my bedroom. What is the date today? Well, my pantry now. My new pantry, that is. It's soon to be a pantry. It is May 22nd of 2025. And the rodeo just gets more exciting here. Okay. What is it? Andre, can I just focus for a minute? Because this is way too funny. This is on the fly, people, okay? I'm feeling lonely, believe it or not, for my YouTube friends, Shelly and her mother. Oh yeah, because you know I blocked them, right? Because they started bullying me and wanted me to take down a freaking video because I supposedly made a mistake by assuming something I shouldn't have, even though the two of them have been misleading me for years. So, and not only have they been misleading me in my opinion, but now they're featuring me. Finally, I get some attention on YouTube. Look at that. Here's the Punjabi community. He's not a son. This is on her page. I came here to unblock her because I missed my friendship with her, believe it or not. Yeah, I do believe. Well, I think forever blessed is Shelly. Truly amazing is supposed to be the mother, but I was under the impression that both usernames belong to Shelly, and Shelly's mom created her own account and got her own username and basically just watched my videos but never posted. So anytime I read a post from whether Forever Blessed or Truly Amazing, who I'm thinking is Shelly, you know, two accounts, one person, while the mom is just lurking in the background in the bushes, you know, right? It turned out that I've been communicating with the mother all along, and then because I was, you know, interacting with Lady Jane, and I suppose Truly Blessed is religious and maybe a prude, or like a, yeah, prudy, you know, you're a prude, right? Prissy, right? Where she doesn't agree with Lady Jane. And I already went through that with Lady Jane, having to defend Lady Jane in the past with Deb, who disappeared. Right? Okay, don't ask me which Deb. She was just a Deb. All right. So, anyway, you know. Anyway, but okay. So, now I did unblock one of them. I think I unblocked Truly Amazing, but I don't know if I did. Look, this is how we do it. Okay, first, before that, though, I'm trying to unblock the one that I blocked, okay? Because, truly, I do. I miss them, right? Now that I know there's two individuals that I've been dealing with, either or, I miss the family. That's just a given, okay? So, besides that point, let's go to Truly Amazing. Clearly she's featuring me. We'll get back to that in a minute. Let's see if I unblocked her, because I unblocked one of them, because I'm still confused. Unhide. Okay, so unhide user from my channel. So I'm going to unhide her. Right now she's hidden, which is like a form of a block. In the old days you used to block them, right? Now you hide them. And now we're going to submit it. Okay, so they can do. Okay, so all right, but besides that point, so that will take a day or two to go through, and whether that person's still watching my videos or not remains to be seen. But if you look at this, though, she's posting my videos on her channel. Yeah, because she's mad, because I blocked her. Unmute. Okay, this is her thing. Truly Amazing. Look at that. She's pretty good at that. Since when? You've been lurking in the bushes all these years and you got talent and you never stepped up to the plate? Like, come on, girl. Shake that booty. Where's that catwalk? Huh? Or is it A? Thank you very much. Oh, is that her? Finally, we get to see what you look like, bitch. Come on, bring it on. Let's have some fun with it. For what it's worth.
Thank you very much.
Okay. She kind of looks Mexican or something. Don't you think? Okay. And now it looks like it's just my videos. So what's her point? This is what sparked it. Intermission, because both of them ganged up on me, told me I had to take down that video because I was insulting their feelings. Okay. And they were getting real bitchy with it. And clearly I was having issues because I'd just been robbed, for crying out loud. You know, it's enough for me not to have a bloody nervous breakdown. And they're like, you know,
Behind us, behind you.
getting haughty. And for what? Anyway, I'll come in as a political refugee. Okay. Is she making comments or is she just posting videos? So what's her point? Are those my videos? Or are they repeating the videos? No, that's my video. Here, she posted somebody else's video. What's this about? I don't know.
He's that way. He's that way.
Maybe that was an intermission, because it's a short. Oh, I think it's that lady again. Oh, is she big and bad? A big and bad bitch. A YouTube warrior. Is that her?
Welcome to my party. We're just getting started. A life is a dream or a nightmare scarring.
Okay, so what was the point of that? Alright. Well, she has no point here other than... Is that her again? Who is this person? This was 1 year ago, so I think this is just somebody random. You're not gonna be coming to a person like my channel. What is all this crap? She got a lot of them 2 years ago. Huh. Well, let's go visit this page. Alright. I have to make sure what is this? Okay, let's go to live. How recent? Schedule. Okay, that's soon. 16 hours ago. Okay, she does long... Whoa, sorry people, it's my eyes. Plus I'm tired. She does long lives, that's for sure. I'll just cook something. Okay. Well, this is just an intermission to whatever videos are being posted onto me. I don't think this is the person that that is using the name. What are we? Truly amazing? All right. Let's go back. Yeah, truly amazing. Truly amazing. Where are we? Yeah, this is that person's channel. Did I submit this? Because sometimes I think I do something, but I got my mind on other things. Okay, so no, it's, see, we unhid this person. We're assuming this person is a woman. We're assuming this person is the mother to Forever Blessed, who is known as Shelly. So let's go find Shelly's, because I unhid one of them. There, no, we want this. I'll go back to YouTube. What's the matter? There we go. Alright, so let's look for Forever Blessed. Well, okay, so they're putting up my videos as if... Alright, yeah, Shelly, okay? Alright.
He's on me. He's on me. He's on.
See? I unhid her a while back. Anything on her page? Or is it just Mama going nuts? No, nothing on this page. Yeah, see? Nothing. But whatever. Okay. But that's too funny. It won't get them much attention though. Oh wait, now you see nothing. So what happened? Where did all those videos go to? We just seen them. Oh my God. What happened? I don't know. I recorded it. You seen it. Am I dealing with AI or something?
Jump 2 times on this net.
Messing with my head here?
No, I'm dead.
Everything just up and disappear?
Call me again.
We were looking at Truly Amazing, right?
I know that.
Well, there's those...
Still here. Still here. He still happens to me. I was running.
Okay, so what is this?
Right in front of me. I didn't see him. He was
Why are all these things... Is it... Wait a minute. Maybe this is Google.
again. They was just trying to take off. There's my dead body.
Why would it be like this? This doesn't make any sense.
Hey, yo, bro, you ran past me, bro.
Well, this Miss D... so-and-so is pretty popular. Alright, well maybe I misinterpreted. I don't know why my videos are in there. Maybe I just misinterpreted what I was looking at. Okay? That was still too funny though. Alright, yeah, and there's nothing here. They have nothing on this page. Anyway, I unhid them. Okay. So, regardless. So we got that one, and we did the Forever Blessed. We can only assume one is named Shelly and the other one is the mother. Alright, we'll never really know, I don't think. And then, maybe because in these videos sometimes I copy and paste comments so they don't get lost. And I put them in the description box, right? Let's see, because intermittent, yeah. Comments are in the description box. That must be why it's coming up in the search engine like that. Probably some comments from one of them. Well, this one, Truly Amazing, Forever Blessed. Forever Blessed. Because there's nothing on the page. And it's funny, though, because if you notice that their subscribers, they have a lot of subscribers for nothing on their page. Truly Amazing has like something like 280. How do you get 280 subscribers with nothing on your page? Like, seriously. Anyway. Can you hear that? Stupid man. The only way you can drown out that noise is closing off each and every single window, and even then, it permeates through the walls. It's like so stupid. But I have to keep the window open. Because, you know, keep it cool. This is the coldest room in the house. Right? That's why I don't mind doing what I'm doing. Because it would make a very good pantry. It really would. to keep it cool. Like right now, it's just the fan's not even on, and I can feel it. It's cool, right? And if I run a little fan in here that kind of produces cold air, it's pretty good for the, into spring and stuff. Summertime, it starts to get a little iffy, eh? Because it's so hot, eh? But still, you run that fan, and yeah, you get through it. So anyway, I don't know what I just recorded, but I guess I got confused or something. I think what was happening there was I'm tired. Because I post comments sometimes into the description box. That's so low. So they don't get lost. Whether YouTube deletes them or things get deleted by accident or whatever, right? And I'm trying to raise this up a bit without it falling. I don't want to crouch. Sorry. Oh, I'm getting tired. I've had a headache somewhat all day. My feet were like 2 days ago when I was sleeping, both of them just started getting Charlie horses from the foot all the way up, and it was crawling on both of them, right? I woke up like that. Oh my God, because I've been a contortionist, looking for this and looking for that, and, imagining what it would be like to be a freaking tweaker if you were rushing to do, because when you're looking for your stuff that's been oh my God, that is so irritating. And I can't close it. I can't close it because I got a cord going out through there. Anyway, I don't even know what I was talking about. Not anymore. No. I'm so tired. Oh yeah, tweaking. Like to be a tweaker, right? Where's the camera? There it is. To be a tweaker, right? Right? They're always like they're hyper, right? And they I don't know. They just do things that don't make sense, right? In terms of wasting time and being disorganized. I guess that's why they call them tweakers, right? And therefore they're oftentimes, they're just whatever. Anyway, so when your stuff is gone and it's been gone and you don't know what's gone, right? But it's a lot, and at least you're finding out that it's a lot, which makes you even more anxious, right? And more apt to search harder to see what else is gone, right? Because now it becomes like an Easter hunt. You're looking for how many eggs you can find, right? Yeah. Well, anyway, speaking of eggs, out of every piece of fabric that I have in this house, honest to God, you have to look at this dress one more time and ask yourself, how the hell did I pull it out of the bag? And the thing, when you Google the brand, the dress itself from the 1980s is like $1,000. Talk about one sexy mama, right? I mean, what's the chance of me finding that up there as it was almost taken out from right underneath my nose? Because it would have happened on Friday. That bitch, she came here on Tuesday, and she had it all ready to go for Friday. She had the flat black sequins down there. She had the 2 big bags that she wanted to scoop up on real freaking fast. And she had an empty bag so that she could start just grabbing from wherever and just hoping to find something like this. But this baby, she knows exactly where she belongs. She stayed home with her mama, right? Because I got a lot of fabric, people, in bags. And for me to pull this out, to see what I was going to chop up. I mean, this dress is beautiful. And because it's been well protected in terms of out of sight, out of mind. I don't know. It's really nice. And you can wash silk. You can. It's polyester and silk. And you can wash it. So when I'm ready, I'll wash it. It shouldn't be that hard. And it's a size 16. It might fit Tisha. I don't think Tisha's a 16, but she's probably between, well, she could be between a 14. She's taking after her Jamaican side of the family. All right. She's thick. She's solid and thick. Right? She used to be skinny when she was young, but she outgrew that. All right. So this might fit her. And if it does, I know she's gonna want it. So what, do I choose my daughter, or do I choose trying to sell it online for maybe $500? Because you know I ain't gonna ask for 1,000, because if I ask for 1,000, I'll be sitting on it for who knows how long. and what good is that gonna do me? It's not gonna do me no good. Right? I mean, it's amazing. Truly, it's amazing that I found this one particular dress out of everything in this whole freaking, between the 2 bedrooms, to see what she didn't take, and we win the lottery. You know, like, as if I'm sweating it, man. I'm not sweating it. That's the point. So if it fits Tisha, I'll probably give it to Tisha. And because she took one of my costumes back in the day that I made, and it was beautiful. Everybody loved it. She wore it for Halloween, and she won the Halloween contest with it. And then she lent it out to a dancer who says that her boyfriend threw it out in the garbage when they got into a fight, and therefore couldn't give it back to Tisha. And I said, well, you know, Tisha, I don't know. I think that girl might be lying. She goes, yeah, maybe she is. So I don't know. I just know that if I give it to her, she's not going to, I'll just tell her, don't you ever lend it out to anybody. I don't care who it is. Do not lend it to nobody. No. So, we'll see. We'll see what happens to this dress. If it doesn't fit her and she doesn't want it, then it's up for sale, ladies. If you want some class, this is where you're going to find it. Not that you don't have class, I'm just saying. You know, if you want to feel sexy and classy one night, have a few feathers. Oh, that'd be nice. A fan. Some feathers. Nice little matching hat with the, you know, those kind of feathers. That'd be, oh, black net stockings with a garter belt. Oh yeah. Why not? And if you want to do, you know, those that 101 Dalmatians, Davila, that one that wanted the dogs for her coat, you could be like a Davila, right? With a big ass freaking boa with a little spots of white in it, just to offset the dress. Oh man, that'd be so fly. Oh my god, you know what? I'm clearly having a nervous breakdown here. Fuck, man, I tell you, this hasn't been easy. I'm making progress though, so the progress is I got this corner almost done, so that's pretty good. So I don't want to give away this jar. I just don't have any place for it. Isn't it a beautiful jar? Look at that jar. That's going to be my cookie jar. I don't know what's in there. Nothing. It's dusty and dirty. That's parts of Mari's toy. It's in the playroom. So anyway, when I'm ready, after I get my kitchen cleaned out, right, we're gonna make cookies. That's gonna be my cookie jar, because I want homemade chocolate chip cookies, homemade peanut butter cookies, homemade oatmeal raisin cookies. Yeah. I just don't have the proper kitchen for it. It's kind of hard when you're doing your freaking laundry right there in the middle of everything yet to boot. Okay, so we got that. So I'm going to leave that in here. And then, now I wanted to bring to your attention on a more serious note here. Cardboard has a tendency to absorb moisture, because anything really paper. If it's paper based, you know, it's just a matter of time. Even if you put it in a plastic bag, you know, it's going to sweat, right? Either or. Okay, so what I'm trying to say is, if you do something like this, right, and you decide to make your little cardboard shelves with little doors that open, just to keep it easy on yourself and make it cost effective, right? And, you know, right? Okay? Then, yeah, do it. But also keep in mind that it's one thing storing jars in a cardboard box with a little door that can open versus keeping this out over here. Okay? I'm only using this temporarily, or until as long as I can find a lightweight plastic one about this size to cut down on the cardboard that's within the bedroom itself, right? Being that it's so cold in here, you know, at this point I don't see it a problem because it's inside the house. If it was outside, then yeah, for sure I'd be concerned about it. But there is a level of ambient room temperature where, you know, moisture is it's not as dense as if it was outside in a shed or something like that. So for now, I'm just going to put that cardboard box there, and miscellaneous things that, you know, I'm trying to organize. Oh my God, it's so hard, man. Right? And then you see the light changed. I can tell. The light changed. I don't want the light to change. It's hard to see. So taco shells, hard, right? Okay? Good stuff. Right? That's like for what are we having for supper tonight? You know, like, right? Something you want to keep available, like the mixed sidekicks. So that's what this box is for. So we're going to put that there. Right? And then what's this one? This is a different lasagna that I have already lasagna I took out of the boxes and everything, and I've got them in that white thing, right? Now I'm just trying to it's just okay, I'm missing something. Now I can't see it. Everything starts to merge together, right? I know I had more than that. Oh, wait, here we go. What's this? Yeah. What's this one? Mixed spaghetti. So this is, first I'm going to try and get into the spaghetti that's in my kitchen, in glass jars and whatever, right? You know, whatever, or whatever. This is a mixed spaghetti. Okay, I have other spaghetti put away for long-term food storage, so I don't need any more spaghetti for a couple of years, if not more. All right. Plus, I got spaghetti downstairs that I can never get to, but I will. Yeah. So we're gonna put that there. Andre says, "What are you doing now?" I said, "Well, I'm trying to make it where it's easy for us to find it and get to it. So if I say, you know, do you want spaghetti and pasta, like pasta with pasta sauce?" Is there, right? I made the box. All you do is stick your hand in there. Now, I have 1 size liter jars here on top of those boxes. Now keep in mind, that's just cardboard. And when you start putting one size liter jars full, 12 of them, it gets really heavy. So if you're stacking and packing cardboard boxes, even with a cardboard in the middle and one on top, the cardboard itself may not be strong enough to hold the total weight of what's above it, right? So that's why you have to think about these things, you know. Take those ones, and I'm going to put them on the box over there that has the 4 one-size gallon jars in it, so it can hold the actual weight of the jars. And I'm just going to put pint size there. So I got to do that before the end of the night, because it's a slow, long. What are you doing in there, Nana? I say, well, I'm making it where it's easy to get to, and basically as best of our ability, and yeah. So okay, so what do we got here? We've got taco shells. We've got spaghetti. Now the problem with this is, now I am going to get a black piece of fabric, and I'm going to cover over this window, this curtain. So we'll put the spaghetti there, and then we'll put, this is, I don't know, it says wheat Somalia, so, oh yeah, this is more macaroni, so we'll just leave that there. Keep it handy, right? This is the handy stuff, eh? And if you have to, you can get into the bottom there. And then we've got lasagna. We've got, what else we got there? Macaroni, lasagna. We've got the sidekicks, which actually I should bring up and have them hand. Okay, either or. It's all in one corner, so it's better than what it was. Let's just say that. How about that? Can't have everything. All right, so we'll put that there. And then I don't think it's a little off on the bottom because there's that much of a gap. So I need to get another piece of cardboard and just bring it to a balance. Yeah. Other than that, it worked out pretty good, considering all things said, in terms of what I did in this corner. Yeah. So yeah, when you're doing stuff like this, just keep in mind, be careful where you put your cardboard in with what and how you're doing it. Right. Like I'm even thinking, I was thinking to use cardboard to put over the jars to protect them from the sunlight, or just whatever, light in general, doesn't matter, even if there's no light, right, just to protect them from the dust and the grit that flies through the air, because there's a lot of that shit going on, right? It gets sticky, right? And things, these big ass trucks, they don't cause pollution. No, they're earth friendly. Right? So I think if I just fold it in half once, what I like to do, this is how I'm doing it, just as a moth prevention. Whether there's any rhyme or reason to it, I don't know. In terms of, I don't know how effective it would be, but it makes me feel like I'm at least trying to, oh my God. Oh. So yeah, what are you doing in there, Nana? Well, I don't know, Andre. I'm working really hard, that's for sure. And I'm trying to make it easy for us to be able to get to it and start using it regularly. Yeah. Okay, I don't know what's going on here. So how about No, I only want it in half. Oh my God! Look what I did. I want it half of what's in there. And I can't, I'm not strong enough to bend it. I can't bend it. I'm weak. Yeah. Come on, bitch. Use your teeth. That's not gonna work. There we go. Yeah, as if I want to bite the whole thing the whole way. Okay, that's not working. That's not what I want. I'm not going to waste my time. Okay, life is too short to be getting all stressed out about that. Maybe find something else. Well, I have other ones around. I will find them, and when I find them, what I do is I fold it up. Normally, I could probably fold this one in half for what it's worth. I only wanted 2 layers, right? Because it's only off. For as blind as I am still pretty spot on when it comes to like, well, that's off by a 1/4 inch. I can tell. Or maybe a 1/2 inch, right? Definitely an inch. Yeah. And then, if this is suitable, I'll find my tape. I'm sure that's all I need just to level that thing. But before I use it, I like to secure the ends at least whenever I can. Not with everything, obviously, right? To just make it harder for moths to find a place to nest. That's all. That's basically the main reason. Right? Not that they don't have a lot of places, because they do. You just don't want to give them any more than you have to. I bought some Raid for flying moths, but you have to spray them when they're flying. Yeah. Every now and then I come in and I'll spray like a Raid that I have in the house, but you know, you don't want to do that too much when everything is so in disarray. If your jars are covered up and you know everything's in good mode, then yeah, it's okay, right? You can spray. But when you got half my jars are uncovered, right? Because I'm still sorting them out, you know. Right. So I figure, oh, I don't know. Well, the last time I said this, I was like half done in terms of looking for the theft of what I think she took. I'm pretty much, well, I don't put nothing past this bitch. I need to get up into my closet sooner or later, okay, before I feel fully satisfied in terms of what I know is gone and compared to what I'm not sure of yet, okay? I still haven't found the molasses. I still haven't found the maple sugar. We're talking 2 kg or 5 kg of molasses. It was a big bucket. You can't miss it, so it still might show up. And there's a honey missing as well in a big bucket, which would have been $50 or so, right? Maybe more. And what do you call it? The maple sugar is 1 size gallon. Yeah. You know she got some raisins in gallon jars. You know she got some dehydrated vegetables in gallon jars. That we know. Okay, so that's all I needed. Do you see? Right? Now I'm going to take that and I'm just going to, I already have a little piece in there because I put a box. Here, I'll show you. Oh, okay. Where's the flashlight? There should be one here somewhere. Good luck finding it. Oh my God. Oh, lordy, lordy. Please, I can't afford to lose the flashlight. hoop now. Anyway, let's see if you can see. Okay, remember before this was an issue in terms of the weight sitting. You don't want that. So what I got is a box that fits perfect and aligns perfect with the bed frame. And in that box is basically salmon and a few cans of crab and shrimp, right? Because I'm done with buying salmon. Okay, so it's taking up a lot of the stress and the weight, right? I'd put more stress on the box than on this because this bar doesn't align with these bars. So that's why I need this. Just because it's off by a little bit. Here, let's put this over here. Maybe that. What do you think? Okay, so we can do this. Come on, come on. This is what I mean. I'm a freaking contortionist. That's all I've been doing. It's been a month now? Oh man, you don't even know. Okay, now that I filled it up, of course I had to wait until it was fully full before I stuffed this thing underneath it. Boy, but it's with a lot of light stuff, so it should be okay. And if not, well, do what you gotta do. And yeah, before I put everything away, I've been basically giving each 2-gallon sized Mylar bag at least 3 300cc oxygen absorbers per bag. Yeah, so now I can kind of just hopefully get that in there over top of the one that's already there. Come on, bitch, let's go. What's stopping you? Oh my God, I don't want to have to take everything out. Oh, wait, this is now where you have to take off your glasses, breathe, come to halt. Okay, there we go. All right, there we go, easy peasy. Oh, okay. Oh joy. Okay. All right. So yeah, that's basically what I've been doing. This kind of stuff. I don't know where that other bag went to. Okay. Either or. So, now, what I'm trying to say is, the bed frame itself, as a single beam, is not holding up this and that, in terms of weight, especially at a joint. This box down here is holding up the weight in combination with the weight being, where's my finger? In combination with the weight being distributed across these as well as that. So you got 1, 2, 3. 3 areas where the weight of whatever is there against the north wall, because that's where it's at, is well balanced, I would think. Okay. And I got fish on the bottom, halibut. And, you know, this is what I mean. Like, you gotta be happy with what you got, Judy. Don't complain that you don't got enough space, okay? I'm kind of mad, though. I told Andre, you know, Nana's kind of mad because, you know, like, my son has made it really hard for me to go downstairs and do anything. I haven't been down there in so long. Like, you know, it kind of pushed me over the edge, right? But I'm going to go down, so, you know, it's okay. I mean, if I wasn't going blind, maybe I wouldn't be doing this with the passion that I have for it now, in light of, you know, if I had to choose between a whole bunch of clothes as a blind woman or a room full of food as a blind woman, I think I'd go with the food, right? I think that's the wiser choice. And I'm trying to tell myself, just there's a reason for you to be doing this. It's okay. You're not, it's look at that. I can hardly wait. I like halibut. So that's down on the floor. So we've got a case of halibut like that. Yeah, it seems that way. I just have to cover them up. And then we've got 2 cases of the sockeye salmon, which I'm really happy with. And I got a little spot here. I got some dishes here that actually need to come out. And what do you call it? This is the kind of stuff I'm sure she walked off with. Yeah. Yeah. When she said, "You have a lot of corned beef." How would you know? And she wasn't kidding. Okay, so that's basically what I'm doing. I'll put it at the 50% mark, maybe. Right? I'd like to think I'm further ahead than that, but it's been a really long, drawn-out process. And I won't honestly, I'm going to end it on this note. I ain't going to feel satisfied. I mean, what I'm doing now is just organizing, right? And making it work for Andre and I. And once that's done, I'm beelining for my closet, right? It's just, this is the priority. I have to get the food where it's nicely available, right? I'm still working on it. So this is something that, if you want something for the week, right, you can come in or 2 weeks, you can take enough out for 2 weeks, right? And then and it's good to go. Once it runs out, there's other spots in the house, well, in the room, or downstairs even for that matter, where you can come and top off and you have, right? All right. Same thing like with this stuff, like, I don't know. I don't know. This girl just, ugh. So, okay, so yeah, what's this? Oh, see, here's another bag. I knew there was something missing. What's in here? It's like Christmas. Like Christmas. Lasagna, pasta. Oh, yeah. I put one... I got my PC points. Yeah. Between buying bug spray, ant traps for the yard, because I'm going to be going outside soon. Well, they should actually go out this weekend. I don't know, to cut back on the ants, right? Because, hopefully it will work. Plus, I'm going to put my own out as well. I don't even know. Oh, yeah. Between buying, for the moths and ant poison, I bought the lasagna. And my total PC points for everything that I bought, which was less than $100, I got something like $21 back in PC points. That wasn't bad. I was actually pretty impressed with that. Yeah. So that's why, like, when you buy in bulk like that, right, that's where it becomes kind of like beneficial, So that's why I talk about it. Oh, I don't want that camera to fall. Okay. Come on, don't fall on me. Alright, still recording, right? It might blink out, though. Okay. So we got this other bag here. So we'll take out the small one. We don't need the small one right now. We can find a different spot for small ones. Right? So you got your main 3 groups. Right? So we've got mixed spaghetti, easy to get to, not including what's in the kitchen, right? But of course I'm going to use the kitchen, but if I want a little something fresh, or this one's also got with spinach and stuff, right? So that's what I mean by mixed. Then we've got the taco shells, right? And then we've got because when you buy in bulk, you get all these boxes. You get all these boxes. You don't want the boxes. You want what's inside the box. So if you buy, I bought how many lasagna boxes of lasagna? They were $2.50 a box. They actually had pretty good nutrients in it, considering it was a no-name brand. And I bought $30 worth or something. So $2.50, so 4. Yeah. 4, 8, 12, 16, 20. I bought 20 boxes of lasagna. I don't know. They were $2.50 a box. I spent $30, okay? However that divides into 30, I don't know right now. But that's how many boxes of lasagna that I bought. Okay? And with that, I got I don't know how much money back, but between the bug spray, the ant poison, and the lasagna, I got $21 back on, almost $22 back on my bill. Given back to me, right? And my bill was less than $100 between all of that. Okay, so after you've done this, it's just best to cover it with something because it keeps the dust out and the grit and the grime that's in the air, right? No matter where you live, there's always grit and grime and that nanotechnology. It's something.
Using the bathroom.
Oh, okay.
It's really bad.
Okay, that nanotechnology, right? That what do you call it? Oh my lord. That nanotechnology that's in the air. Right? Spider webs and all kinds of crazy crap. Okay. So, I get to choose. Do you see how I'm being a contortionist here? Yeah. Okay. That's kind of big. It's nice though. This one would be nice to cut into sections and seal off the seams and use it for bread making. Oh, it's lovely. Oh yeah. Oftentimes I just use what's handy. That's a pillowcase. This is what I was thinking. Or I could go something heavy here. Actually, this might be better. For what it's worth. Oh, what is it? Of course I can't see. Lions. Lions. They're lions.
What? And yes, Mario has Aiden again.
What did you give him?
Cereal.
What kind of cereal?
Shreddies.
Huh?
Shreddies.
Oh, you did find the Shreddies?
Yeah, I gave him the little bit that was wrapped in the bag.
Uh-huh.
Instead of opening up the new box. So I just gave him that little rest of it, okay?
Uh-huh.
It was a full container.
Okay, good.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm gonna go back to play my video games and
Yeah, okay.
I'm always just watching, okay?
Okay. So something like this would be considered vintage. Fabric can be considered vintage. Yeah. I've had this for eons. I got other ones around here too. That's lions. I wish I could see it better, but I remember looking at it. So we'll put that with that beautiful dress. Yeah. Okay, and then we've got this. No, wait, something else here. Well, we could use this one. This one might work. Well, it will have to do for now. It's very long. See, this is the right size to cover jars. You just have to cut it, and then you'd have to sew the end so it doesn't run, eh? And that would be perfect. It's perfect in terms of the length, right? You just go by width to cover your boxes. Yeah, and these stupid moss. Yeah, they like fabric, right? The less I take out fabric, the more I take out fabric. I mean, it's going to take a long time for me to take out all the fabric in this room, whether it's clothes or whatever. But, you know, the more apt they'll go for the cardboard, eh? I think if they had to choose, I think they'd choose fabric before they choose cardboard. But then who knows? So that's in half. That's perfect. That's all I need. So now I'm going to cover this up, and this section is done. So when I want, now I have another box here with a couple of tacos in their boxes, where those ones I took them out of the box and just managed to put a few into the Mylar bag, right? So of course I'll look for the other ones and keep them real close by, and then in a couple of 2, 3, 4 weeks from now, if we want tacos, they're right here. I know where they are. Okay. And then just push that right to the back. Should be fine. The cats are coming in here. They're going on the freaking windowsill. The door's opening. So they're moving things. I don't like that. Okay. So what's the other chore? And then I'm going to have to call it a day here soon. I've been going all day. I've got other things I have to do. So what we're going to do now, yeah, this is just an old sheet that's getting worn out. Or maybe it was used as a Halloween costume at one point. I don't know. But this one here is easy enough to cut. But it would probably fray too. Let me see. No, I found scissors in here. So I'll cut this one up to cover jars. It's a nice weight. Okay, so we got that. What else are we gonna do? This is what I mean. It's a long drawn out process. Those jars are the heavy jars, right? Down there is my pastas, the little drawers. So I'm taking this, I'm putting them over there on a more sturdier base, and just putting one, just pint-sized jars with maybe a, sandwich-sized jars on top, and that'll be it. Yeah, so I'm going to do that now, and then I'll probably call it a day, and try and start up again tomorrow. But I think I did pretty good. Stuff like this takes time, but this is where, like, I don't know. I think where the benefit will come in will be when it's done. And it's back to that basic equilibrium where it's surreal, so that when you walk in, you feel good, right? Versus whatever I'm going through right now. But that's okay. It made it interesting having to reorganize. Okay, so what is this? This is my coconut butter that's technically should be going downstairs. I have another one up here, but I haven't been downstairs, so I brought him in here because it's colder. I've got some already downstairs that what do you call it? Need to be used first before these ones. These ones eventually have to go downstairs. Alright, so I'm going to end this video, work on switching these jars around, and then, I don't know, I like this idea. That worked out pretty good up there, right? You know, you have to think strategy. Just, oh yeah, what do we got here? So, you know, this is what have you been doing, Nana? Well, I don't know, Andre. I'm trying to make it, you know, where it's nice, right? So, reinforcing. If you're going to use cardboard, that's a cardboard box. Put in another piece of cardboard with some even a little bit of gray tape or just normal tape, right? Tape that onto this box to give it a stronger base. This is just to make tofu. So that's another day for another video, right? And then ham hock, oh yes, it will be up on top. So I just put that there. But these cats, they've been jumping, you know, they've been jumping, eh? They're moving, so I don't think they can move it. But I have a case here with ham hocks. I don't know where they are now, but I will find them, and then I'll put them up there and I'll cover them. And this is why now you know why I want to just take everything black, right? Find a black piece of fabric at some point and just make it black so that there's, because in the summertime you get the sun coming in, right? I don't care about that side, but in here it has to be black. So, okay. Are you listening to that? It's like going on 5:30, 6 o'clock at night, man. Like, don't these people freaking quit? Okay, so I thought I'd building another little shelf here. I wish I had my flashlight. I lost it. Let me turn this off and see if I can find it. Okay, so I've decided to try and reinforce this box as best as I can. So what I folded them all in, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut myself another back. Don't forget, this foam is here too, so that foam itself gives it a lot of support, right? But because it's going to hold jars, you kind of want to, this is where I got to be careful and don't slice myself and cut some major artery or something yet. Hey, what do you think? How did Judy die? She was making cardboard furniture. Oh, yeah. She was running the utility blade towards her knee and cut a fucking major artery because it slipped. Oh, yeah. So I just move it away from my knee. Oh, it's hard to see the freaking line. Only reason I know how to do this is because I've done it so many times in the past for one reason or another. It shouldn't be that hard, right? Sure. What am I dropping? Oh my God. God forbid. Oh, that was the flashlight. Yeah, we want that. We don't want a jar with food in it. No. Oh my God. Oh, so hard to see people. Oh my God. I work myself to death. Yeah. I sure do. I thought once my kids grew up, I was free. Sure I was free. Yeah, not likely. Nope. Okay, so one piece at a time here. Now we're going to take this nice little piece and we're going to push it to the back. Well, we'll just turn the box upside down. Let's see. Maybe we can just put the camera right there for a minute. Right, upside down. Just push that right in there. And then tape in so you get a nice strong back. That's what you want. in combination with the foam, which is very strong. And look how deep that is. That's nice and deep. It has a lid, but I don't think they're as deep as that. Yeah. And I have another box that has these, but I put the jars over. I didn't do this with the jars, but I could do it with other jars. Yeah, I just have to find the box now. I don't know where it is now. I moved it. Okay, so now I'm looking for tape. I had everything I needed here, and of course I lost it. You know, because that's the one thing about when you can't see. Now I'm going to use gray tape. Where am I? There I am. Oh my God. I am going to use gray tape. Maybe right here? Yeah. Okay. I'm going to use gray tape to seam the inside versus just to, you know, versus plastic. So, you know, there's no fixed science on this, okay? You just have to get a general idea. All right. Okay. And that will hold everything into place. Make sure you run it in kitty corner to your corners. I like this idea. It's going to be easy now to get to these jars. Yeah, because I think maybe that's why some people don't do food prep. Because it, you know, it can get obnoxious, eh? Right? Because you have to find places for it. And, you know, you want to be able to get to it too, right? I mean, some things you don't have to, right? Obviously. Oh, I hate that when I do that. No. Yeah, some things, you know, you want to, like these, right? You don't want to bury them for 5, 10, 15 years. I'm eating rice right now with Andre that I bought in 2011 from T&T. And it has brown rice in it too. And it is so good. I mixed up that little bag from right 2011 because I remember. And I should have more of them downstairs. They better be because it's really, really good. And another old bag of rice that's been kicking around from who knows when. But it said organic on the package. And the package got a little ripped. So I just took the 2 packages, mixed them up in a bowl, and put them in a big jar, and cooked some up in my brand new little Dutch oven. This little 2-cup one or 4-cup one or something. It's very small. It's cute. Bought it to cook for Amari, right? Certain little things. So anyway, I thought I'd try this rice. And oh man. So good. It has seeds in it. I don't know, it has quite barley in it. It's got a few things in it. So, you know, what I'm trying to say is food prep works. All right. Yeah. You'd be surprised how long food can actually last for. Yeah. Okay. One more. Oh no, I did it all. Okay, so on the inside, I guess I should get the flashlights down here. Oh. Okay. Now I just twisted my wrist. Oh joy. Oh joy. Okay, you can see. Right, all the way around. Now, I can feel that this is compromised a little bit, right? Especially in here. So in light of what we're doing here, and this is going to sit here for quite a long time. Now, I could reinforce the sides, but I only have so much tape and so much time. So I think, plus there's the lid for this too. I can actually cover these jars with the lid. But I am going to go around the outside rim for that reinforcement. Okay? Alright. And because what's inside the box is just jars, you know, and they can breathe too, right? Because they're separated. I think the cardboard box will be fine. I don't think it's going to collect a lot of moisture, and it definitely won't contaminate food. I mean, the worst that it would, I don't see the food going, you know, like when food is in a jar and it gets real cold and, you know, there's moisture on the outside of the jar or whatever, and then on the inside, you know, you get this little film. Some people would mistake it for mold, but it's not mold, because if it was mold, it would smell like mold when you opened it. But because it's white, kind of like, you know, powdery white, right, and it encases the inside of the jar on the glass and the food and everything, that does not mean that your food is bad. It just means that it's been sitting for a long time, and through that process of moisture coming and going because of the weather changes. It's just, things change. It's like a form of oxidization. But I mean, if you open the jar and it really smells like mold, well, then you know, right? But if you don't smell anything, but you see something because it's been sitting there for a long time, it's like chocolate, you know, you store chocolate for a long time and it, you know, it gets a milky color on the outside sometimes, which I was just in the bathroom here digging out looking for that meat grinder, and I don't like to leave labels on the boxes. I always take them off. There was a bucket in there, plastic bucket that I used to have in the pantry in the kitchen for years and years and years, and what it had was these little chocolate cups, right? But just, you know, never got around to using them. So eventually, and they held their shape really fine in that pantry. I always was worried. I was always worried that they would, what do you call it? Melt in there, but they never did. But I ended up moving them into the small bathroom, and what happened? They melted inside that bucket. So I'm like, well, can you melt the chocolate? Because it's one big clump now, right? It still tastes fine. I had a piece of it, but, you know. So maybe when it comes time to make chocolate candies or something, you know, or little, little chocolate candies. I don't know yet what kind, but some kind of chocolate candy. We'll start with that first, because technically chocolate doesn't go bad either, right? Okay, so do you see what I've done, right? And plus we reinforced it in the back to make it just a little bit stronger. And now we're going to find that inside piece. I don't know where it went to. Oh my God. Okay, here we go. And I'm going to put that back in there. All right. Push it right down. Let's do that right now. Oh boy. Okay, make it in there nice and tight. Put it like that. I have my little hex jars here between the pastas, and you know, I used it as a, or maybe, yeah, what are these? Yeah, aren't those cute? Oh, we'll can with those one day. Peppers. Or maybe I'll do a balm, right, with comfrey and beeswax for pain. Or maybe I'll do both. I got a few of these in different cases, different sizes around the house. I just haven't had time. No. So maybe we'll get around to doing that sometime soon. Okay, so now we're going to put that there. I think this is going to work fine. Outside of, it's not level, but it wasn't level before anyway. Right? So we'll just level it off for now, as best as we can. Try and figure out what it needs. Alright. I don't know. I don't like that. Now what I could do... Oh boy, I'm crashing here, people. I'm crashing. Whoo, 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 whoo. Oh. Alright. Piece of... Here we go. This is good. Right here. That's exactly what I need. It's nice and thick. Where am I? Yeah. See? It's nice and thick. I'm not going to worry about taping it yet because we want to make sure it works. Oh yeah, this is like going over 1/4 of an inch. Okay, that's really nice. So we're just going to put that there. And then we're going to put this there. And it definitely made a difference. Now, to make it safe, okay, maybe I can put it on there. Okay, so we've got that piece on the bottom, on the hex jars, which we're not going to use for quite a long time. So what I'm thinking is to make it safe, because we want to make it safe, right? There's a natural curve in here, so this side is flatter. I can feel it, so that will fit better. Okay, because we don't want this to move once we get it on there. Okay, all right. Okay. So what we're going to do though is to make it safe. Oh my God! How many times do I say that in a day? And my feet are like so sore, you don't even know. Oh yeah, like I said, not last night, but the night before. I woke up with both my feet in Charlie horses that were crawling up my freaking calf. Both calves. Yeah. And I'm like, oh my God, well what if I have a heart attack? Well, what am I gonna do? So now we're just gonna make it flush to the box, because we know we're, and plus I've got other jars around the house too, right? So, okay, now I have to hunt around for the, oh my God, for the utility knife. This is where eyesight becomes a problem, because you don't always remember where you put things down. You just put things down randomly because, you know, you're busy and you're working fast. But I'd like to cut this flush to the box. Tape, where's the camera? There it is. Tape all the way around, and then I'm going to tape from this side onto the box with the hex, as well as this side, so this doesn't move. Okay, that's what we're trying to do here. But before I do that, I have to find I can't win for freaking losing here, man. You don't even know I struggle like this all the time. All the time. It drives me up the wall. Okay, so we got gray tape. I don't even know where the tape went. Okay, so here's the tape. That's the flashlight. Oh, here we go. There's the utility knife. Alright, so now we're going to cut this one. Once I find the line. Here it is. Okay, just be careful that you don't cut yourself, eh? Alright. So I need to stand up for this though. This because this one is thicker. Okay, I might even open up this blade a little bit better. Go into a newer part of the blade. Whew. I'm getting hot. It's worth the extra little time. Okay? You'll thank yourself later for it. Yeah. Just make sure you don't cut yourself. Alright. So now we're just going to tape that up with this tape, the clear tape. That's just enough to keep the bugs out. Now, they can get in on from this side if they want to, bad enough. But I also think it reinforces the edges. It's like when you're sewing. Where am I? It's like when you're sewing, you know? You want to serge your edges so they don't fray. Right? With certain fabrics, for sure, right? Plus, it helps to hold the stitch together. So, that's, you know, that's another reason why you want to do this. You're just reinforcing your edges, that's all. It's worth the effort. It protects them. It extends the life of your support. Yeah. It doesn't take long, only a few minutes. Well, not even that, I would think. Isn't it interesting when I talk about positive things, like trademarks and all that crap, I get no views? But as soon as somebody's attacking me, and I'm talking about that shit, oh boy. The numbers, you know, they're not astronomical, obviously not. YouTube likes to shadow ban my channel. I don't know, but whatever. It's just, there is a noticeable difference. Yeah. I'm not numbering them right now because I'm having to backtrack. Because for whatever reason, and you know what? I'm almost positive. I made an extra effort to make sure that I was numbering them correctly so I wouldn't have to freaking backtrack. And for whatever strange reason, I had two 22s. Honestly. Or a number jumped or something. I went like from 21 to 22 and then I did 22 again. And by the time I caught it, it was already at 108. So I have to backtrack and go through it all. And redo it as if I got time for that. Yeah. Honestly, I think somebody freaking did that because I made a very conscious effort because I screwed up in 2024, right? And I haven't been back to fix it. Ugh, it just pisses me off. But yeah, maybe somebody did that just to screw me over. Okay, so that's good enough. 1, 2, 3, 4, all 4 sides. Now, we're going to put that up on top. Oh no, sorry. This here goes on the bottom. That goes on the bottom. Now there's a bit of a dip in it. So, we want it as flush as we can get it. So now that, okay, so now that we've done that, alright, I'll show you. Now that we've done that, where's the light? Don't lose that. Might need that. Put Put that down there. Okay. All right. So now that we've done that, all right, that's our shelf. Okay. Do you see? These are the hex jars, but I'm not going to use them for a while. Do you see what the weight of those 1 liter jars with it had, I don't know, spicy pork in it and some broth and some the asparagus, okay, whatever. So we're going to put that there, but we don't want it to move, right? Okay. So we're just going to put this back over here. I don't even know where I had it. Right there. Okay. Yeah. We're going to take some gray tape. We made it flush to the box. If we need the box, we know where it is. But I've got other ones around, so that's another day. Just little pieces. 2 on each side. Tape it to the box. That base does not move. Basically. Right. This is where I tell myself it will be worth it. That you're not doing something foolish. Being that people like to beat you up for it. Well, not beat you up, but insult you. Put you down, right? Until they need you. Alright, so that's not going nowhere now. Okay, that's okay. Now we take our box, our beautiful box, and we put it on there. Okay. And we are going to center it because what I want to do is I'm going to have to put a little bit of my legs are getting stiff. Stiff. It's off a little bit. So we're just going to level it from under the first box. The one that's on the what is it called? Sauces. Because you are working with cardboard, you know. Where's the camera? There it is. Okay, looking good. Looking real good. But we're going to put our brisket on top of this. So you need to make sure that you've got room, and the box of jars is sitting kind of center to this box. Okay? I'm going to show you now where we're at with this. Looking good. Okay? So we've got this taped on the sides, so that's right. We have to put a little piece of cardboard underneath here between this box and this box in there, sorry, just to level it off, just a tad, okay? Not even an eighth of, almost a little more than an eighth of an inch. All right, now we're going to take some gray tape again, which I just lost. Here it is, okay? And we're going to tape it from here onto here, or we could bring it flush, which might even be better, really. Right? So here to here. I don't know. You don't want it too far away from here though, right? Because you're going to put a box of jars on there. After you run another piece of cardboard on top of this to give it a bit more support. Right? And you'll maybe extend it a bit. Make it just slightly bigger. So actually, before I tape that on, I need to find another piece of cardboard that is almost equal in comparison to thickness to what I just had. Right? Or at least pretty close to it. So here's something right here. This will work perfect. Yeah, this will work perfect. Okay, well, let's do that. Now you know why I like shopping at Canadian Tire. I get boxes to do this kind of stuff with. But there's gonna come a day when I won't need them. So I'm just glad I have them now. This is where you gotta be careful. Try and cut away from you versus towards you, like I am. But at this point, I don't have too many choices because I don't have a lot of room in here, but that's okay. I can navigate. And then we're going to do the same thing with the tape. Ooh, all right, voila. I think that's all we need. And then, yeah, see, this is where God starts to work with you. Yep, this is where God starts to work with you. Remember, I told you need that little bit of lip over the top. So it's about that much all the way around, bigger than that. So this is the perfect size. That's exactly what I wanted. And this is when it's one of those God moments, you know, when you know that somebody's helping you along the way. Except for I lost the tape again. Oh, go figure. Oh my Lord. No, here it is. Okay, same one, right? And then we're going to tape this on top of that one, and then tape that one to there. Yeah. And then you're going to see how I'm going to put the jars back. Put the jars back. And then put the brisket, yeah, on top. And that will be it. I won't do anything more there. That's it. And everything is easy to get to. Yep. So, doing it this way with these, you know, making makeshift little, whatever you want to call these things, it's quite, it's going to work really good. Yeah. Whew, hot now. Can you hear that? Like, seriously, man. It starts at like 6, 7 o'clock in the morning. Yeah. So not fair. Nope. And then you got the Africans partying at night. Huh? With their music. Well, they party during the day too. I didn't know people could party as much as they do. Oh yeah. And sometimes they play their bass, eh? I can hear their bass all the way up by my computer. That's the other side of the house. Yeah. I sleep in the living room. But when I crash, I crash. Yeah. Okay, so there you go. Easy peasy. That was fast, right? And when in doubt, if you feel you missed, just add a little more. There's a little bit of a lip there. So, good enough. Alright. So now we're going to take that. Oh, my feet. I'm like, you know how you're like squatting on your feet? Oh, my Lord. Oh. Okay. Okay. We can do this. All right. Yeah. So now we got this, right? So we kind of want to. Oh yeah, that's good. That's real good actually. All right. So now what we need to do, I'm gonna go with the gray tape again, assuming that I can freaking find it. I mean, that's not like I'm going anywhere, but I just put things down, you know, and maybe it rolled off because I don't see it. I had it. Oh my lord. That's the part of going blind I don't like. You don't get to see things as fast as you used to see them. Right? You have to feel around with your freaking hands, man. Yeah. Like, how the hell did I lose the freaking gray tape? Come on, this is ridiculous. Like, who does that? Seriously, man, who does that? I do that. Oh, Lord. There's nowhere to go. Oh, I found a pen, so that's good. Can you believe this? Like, who does this? Did it maybe behind here? No. Oh, wait. What was that? Oh, that was that. Where did it go? Where did that gray tape go? Welcome to my world. It must have fell down and rolled off somewhere. Come on. I don't got time for nonsense. No. Okay. Alright. Oh, here it is. Okay, it was on top of the other box. No wonder why I couldn't see it. Alright, so now we're going to take the gray tape. It's just a little stronger, a little more durable, right? Lasts a little longer. Where's the camera? Okay. Alright. So what we want to do is we want to kind of gauge it as best as you can in terms of giving it that lip, right? That lip all the way around it for the most part. Okay? So we'll go like that. Hold it, take it under, go to the seam. Right? Okay? And even then, that one wasn't very good. So I had it right there, but I didn't have it right between the sides. So double check before you start. Okay. Right? And I do that on all sides. Okay. Or at least 4 times. Well, you could also do in the middle too, right? So on both sides of your box, 2 times, right? And then once in the middle. Or to make it nice and flush, because there tends to be a little bump in there, I can feel it. Although the weight of the jars is going to flatten it, but for the sake of the jars, we're going to do it 2 times as well. Okay? Because the purpose of this is to give the support to the jars. Okay? Tuck that in right up into the seam. Okay? So it ain't going nowhere. Flip it around. Now it's starting to look like a little birdhouse. Right? Okay, and one more time. All right, now you got yourself a little bread box. There you go. Okay? That will hold the weight of the jars. It should be no problem. Okay? So now we're gonna tape this box. You can see, right? We're gonna guesstimate. If I had a box here for the size of jars that I want, I don't really have one handy. No, I don't see anything here. Wait, maybe this one. What size is that? 12. Beverage, no. I don't know. I don't have a box that's handy. So I'm gonna just guesstimate. Okay? So I'm going to take this. Well, you definitely want it in the center of your base, right? Okay? And you want to be able to pull this up. Okay? Because we've got other jars in there, right? So we're gonna, how about we make it flush to our base. And of course, I lost the tape again. We want the gray tape. Did you see how I did? Did you see how I did that? Oh, here it is. I put it back in the same spot I had it before. Okay, so we're gonna do the same thing. Okay. So yeah, we're not going to be getting into these hex jars anytime soon. But that's okay, we don't need them. Not at this point. That's a Christmas present for, where am I? That's a Christmas present for another day. Right. So I'm just first of all taping on the sides here. Okay. All right. Nothing has to be fancy. I'm not going to move nowhere. That's all that matters. Two on each side. Where's the seam? Oh, down there. Okay. Alright. Alright. There you go. And then, if you want, you can tape it there. Now, this box is not sitting, it needs something underneath in here. I can tell. So try and level it off as best as you can. Okay, this is on the bottom. This is not the two boxes together. Okay, it's to do with the boxes with the pasta sauce in them. Okay, So we're just going to put that underneath there. That might be too thick. It kind of defeats the purpose. It's not what I'm trying to do here. It's not what it needs. Okay, the camera kicked out. So, I'll finish this video first talking about what I'm doing here. And then we're going to go back into my room and we're going to look at the box that I was working on yesterday. The shelf, the cardboard shelf, box, whatever. And before the camera kicked out. I remember it kicking out, but I thought there was more recording before it kicked out, but either or. I was in my sewing room the other day. I found some old cameras in there. There should be more, but either or, like, I'm so busy, people. It is what it is. Plus, honestly, I don't know how much longer I'm going to be able to do this for, because whatever this doctor did, you know, like, I don't know. I just don't feel like... Now, I know I came to him at the very late stages of glaucoma and tipped over the edge with whatever, but I don't know, every day it's just getting worse and worse and worse. Now, mind you, I've been working pretty hard. Well, I've been working hard, period, for years. But as of late, it's been pretty rough, so I don't know. I'm trying not to get depressed. No. Right? You can't get afraid of the future, right? You gotta just face it head on. Okay, so I have other jars like this of Baker's chocolate in my room where I was like layering them like in strips all the way around nice and tight, 2 layers and then whatever on. Okay, after coming into contact with that chocolate that had started to melt in a bucket that was in my bathroom, you know, it made me nervous, right? Because if having it the way I had it, if it melted, even if it melted the way I have it now, which is just kind of like broken up into pieces, right? Like you get a little square and then you in half, and okay, versus having it nicely uniform, nice and whatever. I ended up taking out what I had here because I had to top it off, right? And then I just kind of put it in Mod Podge. Now, I've had chocolate in my room before where things were like Mod Podged, and as long as I keep it close to the floor, it's pretty good. It even in summertime. Now, mind you, the summers are getting a little hotter, but I haven't had problems with it melting. But in light of that, you know, you might want to just break it up where it's not laying against each other in the event of it does melt a bit, right? I would still do it this way in a jar. A gallon-sized jar is even better, but I need them for something else. Same thing with the white one. Maybe you can see how I did it with the white one better. Do you see? Okay. I think if it melted slightly for whatever strange reason, I think it's better suited like that versus pressed up against each other layer by layer. So that's the first thing, right? Now I have jars where I have to backtrack. I put them just currently down on the floor, and then, I don't know, assuming that I can see in a couple of months from now, I can always go back and mix them up like I did here, right? Plus I have some of this Baker's chocolate in a bucket, in bags, or whatever. So we're good for chocolate. I have chocolate chips and everything. So I don't have to do chocolate no more. That's for sure. There's enough here to get us by for a while. Okay? So I got the chocolate all taken care of. As I'm pulling out stuff from my room, as I'm rearranging and whatever and getting into things, I found this in a different bucket. Now, I don't particularly, this is not my favorite maple sugar. I like the one that I was getting offline on Amazon. That one I like better. But I don't even know if you can get it anymore. But this one I got from Organic Matters. And I do have maple sugar in other jars, but they're too hard to get to, so I'm not even going to attempt to do it at this point. But I got lucky, and I found some. It's from Organic Matters. It's okay. It tastes slightly different than the one that I actually prefer, but that's okay. It's better to have some than none. And with that girl walking off with my one-size gallon jar with the one that I really liked, well, you know how that is. So we got a jar here. So we're just going to use this jar. Get it out of the bag. And keep it, you know, handy. Whoa, sure, just wasted. Get it all over the counter, you know. What the... It's because I can't see people, that's why. That's what it is. It's getting really hard for me. It's getting really depressing too. Yep. It's all blurring together. It's all blending together, like... And I don't like to wear glasses. You know? It's just things are getting darker. That's what it is. Because I've been working so hard, you know, I've been getting dizzy. Yeah. Like I said 2 days ago, I was getting Charlie horses in both my feet that were crawling up my freaking calves. Alright. And then apparently when I woke up, was it yesterday? No. Because after I did whatever I did, I went on the couch, ate something, and then eventually I fell asleep, eh? And I guess I screamed out in my sleep. I scared Andre. He said, you screamed out really loud, Nana. He's stealing my stuff. That's what I screamed. He's stealing my stuff. Because I'm all stressed out, right, people? Because, well, I just feel like my son has made my life so much harder from doing what he did. And like I do, I worry about what they're throwing out down there. He says he's not throwing, but he's also saying that he's still moving things around down there. Because when I told him I wanted to go down there and deal with that wall unit and, you know, move that stuff into the schmaize room, oh no, we've already emptied out that wall unit. Like, well, what the fuck? Like, well, what did you do with that shit? Where did you put it? That had my plums and stuff in it for Amari I could use, right? I don't know where that stuff is, people. They're just throwing out my shit. Or, I don't know what they did with it. So yeah, to me it feels like theft. They're still fucking screwing around with my shit. But I shouldn't care because I'm going blind anyway. I feel like I just have to walk away from everything and everybody. That's kind of how I'm feeling today. It's either that or stick around for the abuse. You know? They don't value what I do. No, not really. They won't value it until it's absolutely necessary in terms of, you know, like if one of them Like if my son lost his job because he got injured or something and their income dropped right down to zero. Well, come talk to me fucking then when you're hungry. You know? The world is still going into war, for crying out loud. We don't know what's going to be like in a year from now. It'll pop off at any moment. They're flip-flopping like freaking fish out of water, these politicians. 1 minute they're at peace talks, getting along. Next day they're back with their nuclear bombs, making threats on each other. And then you get a new player on the scene. You know? It's stupid. Anyway. When you're going blind, you just have to, I don't know. Pretend you can kind of see. Pretend that you can kind of see. See? You can kind of see that that's over the rim. You can kind of see it. Well, I kind of see it. I'm afraid to move it. Oh my God. That's what I mean. You do stupid shit like that, right? Because you can't see. Fuck. Alright. Well, maybe we'll just brush it off and do this. Real fast. We'll give it to Amari. There we go. Just took it whoosh into a big bowl. There's a little piece of white chocolate. Amari can have that later. Some of it. I'll find the cream of wheat. Yeah. So anyway, we got 1 full jar of maple sugar of sorts. So that's good. I didn't have to go. I know where there's a little bit in my room, but it probably this brand that I don't particularly know. Anyway, it doesn't matter. Somebody will find it one day, and it will be like Christmas for them. Yeah. This stuff like this never goes bad, right? Oh yeah, I want to show you that rice. So as I'm doing this, okay. As I'm doing this, I'm going to get a bag. Because I can't even see my silverware. It's so hard to differentiate my, I can't, oh God, this is like, I don't know how to fix this problem. Oh, you know? Like, I'm too busy to go fucking blind, man. You don't know, like, nobody's gonna do the things that I do. My life will be torn apart. No wonder why I'm having, I guess, bad dreams without remembering them. Screaming out, "He's stealing my stuff." Andre said, "You were so loud, Nana, that you scared the pants off me." Just out of nowhere. Yeah. I mean, what the hell? Because I'm worried, that's why. My eyes with the changing it's happening too fast. Too fast. And then this is what Andre does. I'll show you. And it drives me nuts. Because I tell him, I don't see very well, Andre, and you gotta stop doing this. Do you see what he did here? Obviously he was making cereal for Amari. Right? That Shreddies that he was soaking. He used some of it, and he left it there. And he'll leave it there, and if I don't notice it, depending on what it is, it either goes really gross, and because I don't see that well, I touch, ew, right? Or he pushes things behind, and I have to stick my hand in there, and I'm grabbing. It's like, I tried to explain to him, You know, you need to stop doing that, Andre, because, you know, it's not like Nana can see, right? Sometimes I don't even see what, I just come and I touch and I'm like, holy crumb, what's that? It pisses me off. And he wasting food, right? So anyway. Okay, so we got some maple sugar. So that's good. I'll put a label on that. And then, oh, I'm so tired today. That, you know, I need to, and when I get really tired, man, you know, okay, remember that rice I was telling you about? It's right here. Oh, it's so good. And it's so old. I just put mixed brown rice because they were both had brown rice. The one that said organic with the little rip in the bag said brown rice. I tasted it, didn't taste bad. And then the other one was an Asian thing with little this and little that and just whatever, right? So I mixed them both up together. Oh boy, does it ever taste good. You don't even know. So be careful before you throw things out, you know. Thinking, oh, it's past its due date, right? Just, no, not necessarily so. Now, I had another jar here. I don't know where it is. I must have taken it down that way already. And I need to see if there's a label on it. And what it is it's old pudding mixes. Maybe that's it right there. I think I see it. I see a jar. Oh, yeah. Yeah, here we go. What does it say? Yeah, banana chocolate pudding. Okay, so what was going on was one bag was the chocolate pudding, which was in a Ziploc bag that had kind of gotten compromised and was kind of all beat up, right? So I said, to heck, we're just going to put it in a jar and we'll try and use it up, right? Again, you know, cornstarches, that kind of stuff. You're okay with that stuff, right? So then I found, well, I knew I had it, but I found this pack, which was a banana. So needless to say, the chocolate didn't fill up the jar. And because I don't see very well, I didn't see the color between the chocolate or whatever, I don't know. Anyway, I put the chocolate in the bowl, the chocolate pudding mix. I had that, and I just started pouring, and you know, there was a contrast, so it was banana. So what I ended up doing was I mixed chocolate and banana pudding together. Right. You can kind of taste the banana. Definitely. With a tad bit of chocolate. So if you wanted to make it more chocolatey, like if you wanted to make like a banana chocolate pudding cake, not a cake, but a pie. All right. And then because there's banana in it, you could put a slice of banana on the bottom of it and then put your pudding on top. This is just the blend kind. This is not the cook kind. And you're supposed to make it all at one time. So I tried to divvy up the ratio in terms of 2 keys of this to 19 cups of milk. You blend for 2 minutes and put it in the fridge, and there you go with the pudding. I figure, maybe 1 cup to maybe 2.5 cups milk, maybe. Right? And you could always get, I have pudding mixes as well. A different one, right? Maybe, you know, Jell-O pudding mix, instant pudding mix. I can always grab one of them and see what the ratio is on that product and try and use. Point is, not gonna waste it. No. So I did find another banana. I should have waited, but I just want to get on with things, and because I don't need to buy anything right now. I don't want to. I'm tired. There's nothing that I want or need at this point outside of maybe something fresh. So now after these are done, eventually, sure, only in my mind, I had Andre take that black sequins bolt to my sewing room. Only in my mind do I see myself sewing at the rate my eyes are deteriorating. What a freaking joke. Serious. Okay. Oh yeah, only in my mind am I doing anything. So I figure I'm going to use this jar anyway, because as this goes down, that will motivate me to, hopefully, I'll be able to see where I can make my own pudding mix. So once this one's gone, I'll just use this jar for homemade pudding mix. Right? So we'll keep this one as banana. If I wouldn't have mixed the banana into the chocolate, I'd have a full jar. But, oh well, it is what it is. So we got to make sure it's going in the jar and not all over the counter. And as I'm going through these buckets, because that's what's happening. These were buckets that were in my bedroom. Just a few of them, not that many. That's where I found the maple sugar and the whatever, this kind of whatever stuff. Okay, so I'm not even going to put the directions on this because it goes by 2 kg with 19 cups of water. Okay, so there, see, that's. So I'll put banana pudding on that. So maybe we'll make some banana pudding pie. That would be nice one day, or chocolate banana pudding pie. Yeah. And by the time everything's all said and done, that's when the lights will go out for me. And that's why I'm having nightmares. Because for me, it will probably just feel like people are stealing from me again. And I'll be helpless to do anything about it. As they're trying to tell me that they're trying to help me. Yeah, sure. Andre will be coming in. Oh, Nana, so-and-so walked off with this. Oh, Nana, so-and-so is taking that. And I'll be like, holy crumb, what can I do to stop it? Nothing. Okay. So there we go. We got some banana pudding. What's going on with this jar? Well, that's interesting. That seems to be a flaw right in the jar itself. I don't know. It won't wash off. It's scratchy. But the jar seems fine. Let's see what's going on the inside. I suppose if the inside is compromised, which it is not. That is just on the outside. So, I don't know. It's weird. It seems to be right in the jar itself. Wow. See? And that's when I look. I try and focus. And then everything gets real cloudy real fast. Oh, yeah. Okay, I ain't worrying about it. Because my eyes aren't working. I strain too much. I don't rest properly. I don't eat properly. I overwork. I'm always under panic mode for one reason or another. Right? Well, not always, but a lot. Like today, yeah. I'm trying to ignore it today. I'm under panic mode for different reasons today. Related to my eyes. Normally I'm pretty good at ignoring it. But it's hard to ignore. That's the problem. Okay, so we want to write down what's on these jars before we forget. White chocolate. Oh, I already got it on there. Okay, don't need that. So I'm going to take you now into my room and we'll just look at that shelf. We'll see how it's holding up. I'm thinking to reinforce the sides at some point in my travels. I'll explain it to you when we get there. Right. I have to find a spot for these jars where I can use them soon. Right? Except for these ones I don't need to. This is the chocolate one. Because I still have another bucket that's got chocolate pieces and stuff in it. So I'm okay with that. And then we've got the banana pudding. And that's very, very old. But I'm sure it will be fine. Like I said, you'd be surprised. Okay, there we go. Alright, get those out of here and then we'll put Amari's sugar in a little dish with a lid on it. Got chocolate pudding. This has a label on it. Like the good old days, eh? Remember those days? Okay, so needless to say, the camera kicked out as I was in the middle of talking and working on this. Alright, a whole whack went, I don't know. Either or, here is this, that's the roast beef, right? And then of course we've got the brisket here without the hickory smoke, you can see. And I don't even think it has very much salt on it. So that case is done. Right. Everything in there has been checked. What if I want something in there? I just have to move this, and then, right, it's fruit. And there's two, and whatever, okay. Okay. This is not gonna stay, right? This is just, it looks like there's jars there. I just got that box there for now. So this shelf will stay like this. All right, and then what we got, let me get up on the floor here because I have to do something. I'll explain it to you in a minute. Needless to say, all this bending and being a contortionist is getting on my nerves. I'm kind of weak today. Now, I did just have, I'm sorry, I just had the utility knife, and I had the flashlight. Here's the utility knife, and where's the flashlight? Just so that we can see a little better. Here it is. Alright, so basically, the first jar on the bottom is pasta sauce with the bolognese in it. The second one is 4 cheese classic yo pasta sauce. This is pretty sturdy. This is not moving anywhere. Okay, like seriously, this is. I'm impressed with this. It's been one day of settling. Because okay, it's the next day. Then we've got a box of hex jars, which I should probably write on the box what it is. So we'll just say hex jars. And I have other hex jars in other boxes, maybe a little smaller. That one looked like it was a little larger, but that's okay. If we ever need them, we know where they are. Plus, I have other boxes around if I can ever be able to have a chance to use them, because we know what I'm up against. And then this box is a box that came with the brown jars, the 99% UV protective jars. And it was encased with foam, and they came with 2 types of lid, the metal lids and the plastic lids. And so I made a shelf and that's where I got Amari's powdered carrots, the parsnips, yada yada, okay? But you want to make it where it's easy to get to. So in this situation, if I want, and then I've got the small pint size that at some point, once I don't have a lot of counter space, but I'll figure it out, right? I'll have a little section where I have those little pint size dark colored jars with his whatever's in here. So when they run out, I just come in here and I just open this up. Do you see what I'm doing here? Okay. Take this off. Because they fit into the jars that are here. You see that? So when I need a jar, I just pull it out. Now, what I've got though, I still want to rest, so I'm going to keep it an early day today. What I've got though to support these jars currently are the extra lids that these jars came with. And I did find the other box with this foamy stuff in it. So I'm going to make another box like this for clear colored jars, right? So we're going to take that out. Whoa, see how that dropped? That dropped. So this is where you kind of have to be careful, right? So instead of using these lids, because I might want to use these lids, for other jars, what I'm going to do... Did we just not have the... here it is. What I'm going to do is I'm going to use this piece of foam. My kids, why are you hoarding that? Throw it out. Well, no, because sometimes I need stuff like this. So that would fit in there, no prob, to hold up the jar, right? So what we're going to do to finish this off, to make it more secure, is we're going to kind of just give it some support. So that's about, oh, I don't know. I don't feel that great today. You know, these bad dreams, if I'm not having a bad dream and remembering it, Andre said I scared the bones right out of him. That's how loud I hollered out. And I screamed, he stole from me at the top of my lungs. I'm telling you, people, I'm going to die in my sleep. I'm going to give myself a fucking heart attack with these bad dreams because of all this shitty shit that goes on around me with these people. Now, maybe I was dreaming about my landlord's son. Maybe, yeah. Because, you know, he doesn't like me, right? He thinks I'm useless, right? He thinks I'm bad business, right? You know what I'm saying? Because of whatever, which is bullshit, right? I gave up my life for those people. They don't see it like that, but I suppose because they know the yard is going to be completely ripped apart, so what difference does it make what I did? Outside of, it's a selling point for them right now, which is good business for them. But, you know. Okay, so I'm either dreaming about my son stealing from me because I can't get downstairs and be at peace with myself, with my food down there, you know, because just of whatever, and they're still moving my stuff around, and, you know, I need my blackberry jelly, and I want those plums, and I don't know where they are. So is that what's making me feel insecure? Because he told me that a couple of weeks ago. Because I told him once I'm done cleaning up after fucking Rhea and her stupid mess, I'm going to come downstairs and we'll work on moving that shelf, that bookshelf. Oh, well, we already cleared it out. I'm like, well, what do you mean? You know, you told me you weren't going to move my shit around anymore. Oh, well, and like, is that what's been eating away at me? Or is it the fact that I'm listening to this grumbling and rumbling and boom, 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 beep, 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 all fucking day long from 6 o'clock in the morning until 6 o'clock at night, 6 days a bloody week, knowing that these bastards want me out of this house one way or another, sooner or later, preferably sooner in their opinion, right? So they can move in the fucking UN soldiers or some immigrant family on a whole bunch of subsidies, milk them to death until the last penny, until there's nothing left, kick them out. Or maybe they'll get them another house because, you know, they got the subsidies. So maybe they'll set them up in another house. Unlike my family, they'll just kick us out, right? You know, and steal our shit. Steal our shit, people. If they stole it out from the outside, you don't think they're not going to steal it from the inside? Like, what the fuck, man? So, yeah, I'm screaming out. Andre said I scared the bones right out of him. That's how forceful I was when I hollered out. And you know what the strange thing is? I don't even remember. But I know sometimes I talk in my sleep, and I do holler when I'm under a lot of stress. So clearly you can see what happened here, right? So you need a support, and that's what I'm working on right now. Okay? This is what this is about. You know? Does anyone freaking value it? Only a few. Only a few. Everybody else? No. Because, I don't know. They live in some freaking kind of bubble. I don't know what kind of bubble they live in. But, you know, for their sake, I don't know. I don't put nothing past this world. I really don't. You know? we got fucking people out here that treat us like we're in the 1500s and we belong in freaking work camps being worked to death, where that's where we'll die, right? And to hell with you. Serious. Okay? Trying to convince themselves that they're doing something good for the freaking community. Yeah, sure. You bring nightmares. That's what you bring. Freaking fucking nightmares. And you go around and you rob people of their belongings one way or another. If you're not kicking them out, throwing their shit out into the fucking road, you've got fucking coming in with the city and wiping out the yard and all this other stupid shit. You're making them pay for your crimes, because I'm not stealing from nobody, but they're sure in the fuck stealing from me. You know what I'm saying? It's stupid. It's stupid, people. And they want you to stay quiet about it. Like it doesn't happen. They're such nice fucking normal people. Yeah, right. Fucking normal people don't do shit like that. For money. So they have bragging rights next time they go to some wedding reception. Vasaki or whatever the frick hell it is that they do. I don't know what the Chinese do, but the Chinese are the same way. Oh, it's just dumb. So yeah, I'm having nightmares. What's new? That's probably why I feel so shitty. Okay? So you can see, just watch, don't slice your finger. I listen to the grinding of their whatever. So what? You built a building. Who cares? It's not going to stand up to the test of time, that's for sure. Be falling apart in 2 years from now. If it doesn't fall apart the minute you're done with making it. Like that place over there with their leaky, bloody basement that floods the neighborhood and kills all the trees. It was probably designed that way, though. Right? That's why they're tearing down all the houses, because they know they're killing everything off, and as they're building these things. You know, I think I cut myself already. I feel something wet. Maybe I did, but I can't see the blood, so I don't know. Just barely. I just barely cut myself. But yeah, so now I'm worried about a man stealing from me. What man? There's only so many men in my life. My son and my landlord's son. That's basically it. For the ones that just don't give a shit about anything when it comes to taking other people's stuff because they want something. My son wants more space. It's not that my son wants more space. It's what she wants more space. Yeah, I think I cut myself. Oh, I did. I see something. Look, can you see it? Where is it? It's right there. I can feel the wetness of it. Sure, get blood everywhere. Okay, so now we got that. Okay, so that might even go on the bottom. It might stick out too much. So, yeah. Oops. Oh my God. Alright. So there. See? That's all you need. And then I can get back my lids. So we're going to take out the lids. Because we have to give this a little bit of support. not sure which finger I cut because I can't see it. Nope. And then we're going to stick this underneath here. I mean, clearly it's not perfect, but that's okay. There we go. Oh my god, it might be too thick. There, nope. You kind of want it snug. There we go. Just have to lift it up. There. Perfect. Perfect. See? Now, we do the same thing between the jars. Push it right to the back. See? Now it's nice and snug. Okay? That ain't going nowhere until you're ready to pull it out. And because you're only using these jars sometimes, and if you notice, this is, but it's sturdy. Okay? So even if an earthquake came and it rattled, do you see? It ain't falling forward. Nope, it's not. It would have to be a really strong rattle to make it fall. So I got another box that has this stuff. I'm gonna do it again somewhere else in the room. Only I'll be using clear jars, right? Because that's all I have left, because I've got these other ones over there. And then take out that. Now we can put this back in. Just push it into its hole. Did you see what's going on here? Wow, isn't that good? Great. And yeah, when I get caught up with, you know, a few things along the way, eventually I might buy 6 more of these, but for what purpose, I don't know, because what does a blind woman care, especially when she's going to be robbed of it? Do you see where I'm going with that? If I wasn't going blind, maybe it wouldn't be that easy for people to take advantage of me and think that they could do that kind of stupid shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying they wouldn't do it, but I'm just saying it when you're blind, it's even easier for them to do it, right? And it's statistically, people who are disabled, like Amari and I suppose blind people, like with a kind of a severe disability where you really become dependent, 70% are abused. That's not a very good statistic. No, that's not a very good statistic. So no wonder why I'm screaming out in my sleep. Okay, so then we just pop that baby back in there, right into its hole. Do you see how? Look how nice that is. None of this shit's going nowhere. Okay, absolutely nowhere. So before you throw this kind of stuff out, you might want to pay attention to what I'm showing you here. Now, just to keep it out of the light, just whatever, we'll just put this back on. It's a little tedious, I have to admit, because you have to center it around the lids. You know, you have to get those circles fit in the lids. But once it's on there, it's nice. You can feel your way through it, right? What it does is it just keeps everything nice and snug, right? Now, I suppose you could make yourself a little door or some kind of a little something to tie it on, just to as a fail-safe measure, and I might. I do want to reinforce the sides at some point as I'm going through my day in terms of travels, you know, just to give the box itself a little extra support. This is the part that I did last night that I didn't like. I didn't like this part, but this part is important. Okay, and for the amount of time that you're going to go in there and take those jars out to fill up other jars, or to, you know, dehydrate and then fill them up and put them back, it's worth the effort to do this. A lot of people wouldn't have that kind of patience, right? Because, you know, they just don't. But I'm advising you to take the time to at least make some form of effort to do this. Being that, you know, if you ever come across a box that has this kind of stuff, and you're fortunate enough to have the opportunity to do something like this, then use it to your advantage. Alright? See, because this ain't going nowhere. Oh, God, no. Absolutely nowhere. That's nice. That's nice. See? How long did that take? Hardly any time. Okay? Do you see what's going on here? So even if an earthquake came, that's not going nowhere. However, now this is pretty, it's holding its shape really well. Okay? Honestly, I don't think I need to reinforce the sides, but because there's a lip here, about, well, a little more than a half an inch, right? Maybe 3/4 of an inch on both sides, or up at least a half an inch. It could be almost a half an inch. I could take some of that thicker cardboard in a strip, 2 or 3 together, right? Tape it on the right, and then just attach it to here and there, and just tape it on both sides to one degree or another, or at least this side, because here I can fit something here. I can do 2 here, one strip here, like one, right? It would have to be more than 1 piece of cardboard, so probably 2 pieces of cardboard, the really thick cardboard, in 2 strips on each side, and then 1 strip of that cardboard that's thick on each side of this side, and then that will just give it extra support. Although honestly, I don't think it needs it, because I can feel, just by the way the box is, it's pretty uniform. Yeah, it's pretty uniform. So there, we got that done. So there, you see? I ain't going nowhere. No. And like I said, if you really wanted to, you know, because, you know, it's hard to get it in there, right? But if you really wanted to, if you found that it was popping out, all you have to do is, you know, get a little piece of tape or something and just tape it, or put a hole in the box and, you know, tie a string on it, and so you can go all the way around or something. But yeah, there. So that's done. So we can get into this box, get pasta. We can get into this box and get pasta if we need it down here, right? So pasta, easy to get into. Pasta, easy to get into. We know where there's some hex jars if and when we ever need them. We got that food there for Amari, easy to get to. Plus we've got our beautiful brisket and our little bit of roast beef, because that when I did the second brisket, I only got the 9 jars because we ate some. Alright, so that's the end of this video.